Once upon a time, what does that say to you? A fairy tale, right? Once upon a time, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have tablets. We didn't have iPads. We didn't have computers. In fact, if you looked up the word computer in the dictionary, it was a person who computes, a person who does some math problems. Well, that was the way we all were until about 30, 35 years ago, when the computers started coming into the district and everywhere in life. However, they weren't adapted at all for blind or visually impaired students. And Babette Pigeon started our technology program for LAUSD visually impaired program. Everybody associates her with technology, and there's good reason. When she retired, I had said to a big room like this, if Babette ever helped you with technology, would you please stand? Everybody stood, because she taught all of us, the teachers, the administrators, the parents, the students, how to use things, how to adapt things. And when this first started, we didn't have speech recognition. We didn't have the translation to speech. We didn't have the ability to just, push a button to change the font. Babette took home a piece of equipment almost every single night after her full work day and adapted it, modified it, changed it so that a particular student could use it. Before she went into technology, she was one of the first itinerant teachers traveling from school to school back in 1968. She started the Title I program at Francis Blend for disadvantaged students. She wrote a number of grant proposals that were funded. She coordinated our curriculum, and she was a Braille expert. She developed courses. She received the Apple Award from the City of Los Angeles. And I'm particularly proud to say that she was my friend for many, many years. Her dedication was unparalleled, and she was a tireless advocate for the needs of her students. Everything she did was done professionally and with intelligence, expertise, talent, and dedication. So I think that some of the things that I want to say in terms of honoring her legacy, and not just for our awardee, but for everyone in this room, would be to recognize that things change and learn about them. To realize that learning is lifelong. To problem solve and not be afraid of trying new things. All of these characterized by that. To develop clear goals and work hard to achieve them. To work hard but also have balance in life. She was a sports addict. To help others use technology, teach them techniques, and to give of yourself to help others. And it's my pleasure to introduce Babette's brother, Kevin Spicer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a little bit of a cold. I'm not contagious anymore, but I was knocked out last week, so I'm still a little bit hoarse from that. I said once before in these gatherings that hearing stories, hearing about life is one way of keeping people's memories alive. And it's been almost 5 years since Babette died, and coming here annually, seeing all of you here, especially this, I guess this is like the most people I've seen here. Not to sound like the person who's in the nation, but it's one of the biggest crowds I think ever that have happened here. But hearing stories is
Happily, we have the biggest graduating class, 19 awards. Very happy.
oh well, then it's true.
It was, no, it's true.
It's not fake news. It's true. but hearing stories about Babette is one way of keeping her alive, and also thinking of keeping people alive. Lung cancer has impacted our family. Unfortunately, yet again, we lost our oldest sister, Yvette, just last month. So I implore all of you who are out there who are smokers, please stop. Young people especially, because the tobacco companies are targeting young people with all these vaping things, and it looks attractive and it may taste attractive, but I just implore and encourage you, if you're smoking now, please quit. Now to my prepared remarks. My mom unfortunately could not be here today, nor my younger sister. They're both ill as well. So on behalf of our family, And we'd like to thank the Visually Impaired Scholarship Fund for establishing this scholarship in Babette's memory and selecting this year's recipient, Maria Lupita Salazar. We wish her great success. We were very proud of all that Babette accomplished over her 39 years at LA Unified. And we're very honored that VISF has chosen to honor Babette by establishing this scholarship. This day every day that we come every year, it's very bittersweet. I know that if Babette were alive, she would have enjoyed meeting and connecting with all of the students that have so far received the scholarship. Walter Rivera in 2014, Jordan Azalea in 2015, Jesus Ruvalcaba Luna in 2016, and Bernardo Dali Garcia Marquez last year. I know that they will all go on to pass on Babette's enthusiasm for education and achievement, and I'm so happy to be here for the first female recipient. Yes, the future is female. So the family would also like to thank Kevin Hollins, echoing what Bonnie said, for his very generous donation. I can't see him.
He's all the way in the back.
All the way back, okay, great. Well, I'll definitely give you a hug when I see you. Thanks again, and Maria, it's your turn.
Actually,
I'm so happy to be here today to help present the Babette Pigeon Assistive Technology Award to this year's recipient. I've known Lupita, I'm just one of many teachers in the room today who's worked with Lupita over the years. I met her in first grade at Brooklyn Avenue Elementary School, where I was a TBI. I followed her progress when she left elementary school and was honored to be able to attend her high school graduation in 2013. 4 years later, Lupita and I got to work together again when she came to the VI program office to volunteer her time helping me with assistive technology issues. During her several months of volunteer work with me, she tested equipment, gave a workshop to our resource Lilac teachers on Braille screen input using an iPhone, and helped set up devices for student use. It was through this volunteer experience that Lupita told me that she decided to pursue a college education and would like to work in the area of assistive technology. Lupita is a wonderful advocate for Braille literacy, as well as the importance of technology skills. It's truly my pleasure to introduce Lupita Salazar.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're having a nice day. Thank you to everyone that made the food and participated in that. I just came from my final and I was hungry.
and she has another one after this, that's why she...
Actually, yes, I do. I have to leave to another final. So this was my first semester of college. I go right here across the street to LACC. And as Ms. Schindler said, as Lori said, I'm pursuing an education in technology. I'm thinking about going to CSUN actually from here, because I know they have a assistive technology program that's pretty decent. So I'd like to do that. And I'm very thankful to receive the scholarship. I'm very surprised that I'm the first female to ever receive it, but I'm also very honored. And I really wanted to say thank you to Ms. Schindler. She's been a great inspiration. Actually, she was the main reason why I'm going into technology as a major, or working with assistive technology. It's because of her dedication to helping me and exposing me to different situations with helping other people with their technology. I'd also like to thank Wanda Penner. She's out here somewhere. Ms. Penner. She had a lot of patience with us. I was really horrendous at math, and she had the patience to help me out. And Miss Chase, a greatest mobility teacher, she was, oh my goodness. She sat down and talked to me for, a lot of the time when I was just very upset. And I don't have hearing in one ear, but she went out of her way to really help me, just stop and listen. And sometimes I think about that because, just sometimes you do have to just stop and pay attention. And she taught me that. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody who's here, who came here. Thank you for this award.